let's talk about this Kevin Hart commentary on Katt Williams. First, let me give you the upside. We know that when the interview initially came out, when Kevin finally did respond, he used it as an opportunity to promote his new heist comedy, Lift, which is on Netflix. Well, what I can share with you is that the film is the number one global movie on Netflix right now. It has 32.8 million views, and 58.5 million hours viewed. It wasn't critically acclaimed. A lot of the critics, I haven't checked it out yet. I will be honest in that, so I cannot give you my critics critique at the moment, but a lot of critics basically kind of downplayed it, said that it was lacking in originality and that it had a convoluted plot. It's directed by F. Gary Gray. You know, F. Gary Gray directed Friday, Straight Outta Compton. I believe he did The Italian Job as well. Or is The Italian Job The Italian Job was one of the heist movies that sort of influenced this concept and why Kevin wanted to do this movie. So, shout out to him for once again showing that he is the one bringing in the big bucks, right? So now we can get into his follow-up commentary about being an industry plant and so forth. So basically what he says about all of this is, exactly what you would expect him to say to something like this. If you recall, Katt Williams said that in 15 years in Hollywood, no one has ever had a memory of a sold out Kevin Hart show. There being a line for him, ever getting a standing ovation in a comedy club. And he said that because of that, he believes that Kevin was a plant, that he came out to the West Coast and was holding it down and immediately got a TV show and a lead in a movie, even though the movie didn't do well and is now a cult classic. So Kevin Hart, basically he said he's too big to pay attention to all of that, and that being called a plant comes with the territory when you're successful. And the people that aren't successful are naturally going to talk about the people that are successful, and he's not giving that any energy. So,
But he's responding though.
yeah, I mean, so let me ask you, what are your thoughts on this? If you were asked a question in an interview, right? Not like the other guys or the people that have, turned their camera around and made a video for social media or whatever. If you were asked and you respond, should they say no comment? Should they say next question? How do you handle that? Or how do you think they should, per se?
I mean, it depends. It depends, but it just seems like of all the people responding to Katt Williams, Kevin Hart. I mean, I don't know how many opportunities that he's had where he's at a platform to be able to speak on Katt Williams or what Katt Williams had to say, but I'm just not feeling his responses. It's just coming off like his nose is in the air, like he's coming off just too cocky for me.
But I feel like that's been Kevin's MO for a while now. No shade, no tea. Like, I
Okay.
just, very much. I checked out some of the special with he and Chris Rock. I think it's on Netflix, just kind of about their comedy journey. And there are moments just when you watch Kevin Hart, I feel in interviews or whatever. And part of it is, his comedy thing, but just you can tell he's in his moment, right? Like
Yeah.
he's like, I'm him. What
Right.
are you
I'm
saying?
exactly.
And so it doesn't surprise me that he would just, he said it's beneath him.
If it's beneath him, he shouldn't have responded. That's my thing. If it's beneath you, you giving
He
energy
said
to it.
extremely beneath him
Extremely beneath
because
him.
of the position that he is currently in.
Yeah, Cat Williams definitely bothered him.
I,
If it's extremely beneath you, why are you
yeah.
you adding more fuel to the fire?
I guess he knew he was going to continue to be asked and he had to say something.
And he could easily, like you said, he could easily just be like, no comment.
Like,
Let's talk about something
yeah,
else. Or at
I'm over that.
least, don't they have conversations before they even conduct the interviews? Be like, yo, I know y'all probably got questions about Katt Williams. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, this interview, I should say, if I haven't already mentioned, is with Variety, which is a trade magazine. So, I mean, depending upon sometimes who talent is interviewing with, they either can and will set certain parameters, and others, it's not really on the table if they want that type of coverage. I'm not sure, what this one fell under, but I'm sure he felt safe to speak his truth and know that there wasn't going to be too much questioning or probing as far as the details of it. He did speak about Dave Chappelle, and both right now are on Netflix. They're pretty big as far as comedians with specials that Netflix has reoccurring business with. And we know that I guess it was the end of December, Dave dropped another Netflix special called The Dreamer, and of course there was controversy surrounding it. So Kevin Hart said in response to the critiques about Chappelle, we're just in a time now where the microscope is significantly pointed in the direction of the comic and what the comic is saying. But you have the option of just not watching someone you don't find funny or entertaining. That's something extremely simple that people are forgetting. And he's right. But do people accept that anymore? No. I think people feel like I'm triggered, I'm uncomfortable, so everybody should be outraged and nobody should watch that. I don't know. I feel like, I guess it's kind of hard to draw the line because there are some things, some jokes that if came out, we as a community would be trying to beat people down. But I am one more so like I want to hear what you have to say so I know how you feel, so I know when to stick and move. I'm open to hearing jokes about all things though. I laugh at inappropriate stuff. Not, you know, inappropriate stuff, but inappropriate stuff. Andy.
I mean, don't most jokes come from inappropriateness, if that's even a word?
Yeah,
I
I mean, they
mean,
do. I know that times are changing and we are more sensitive to things, but I also think that part of having equality is the ability to joke with everybody across the board. I should
agreed.
not joke with you because and I don't mean in being mean spirited or ignoring if it really hurts someone, but you shouldn't have to exclude someone from joking if you joke with everybody because being treated equal means that anybody can get it.
Absolutely.
That's just my thoughts.
Facts.
Listen.